So I'm sure Marshall told y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about this. So what do y'all know about this stuff with Lee?
I don't know Lay personally. Lay. It's Lee.
Lee.
I always say Lay. But anyway, when they were renovating our building, we're in the bottom of the Visit LaGrange building, and he sent us a video of him standing down here in the police parking lot filming where we park. And it was at night, and I responded just because a policeman's messaging me, and I'm wondering what.
How did he message you?
He found us on Instagram. So we both work at Sweetland.
Right.
And yeah.
So he sent a video of him standing here in the police department, videoing where you park. In
the back of our building, because we don't.
So which building is that? This one right up here?
The new one.
The new one. Okay.
The new Visit LaGrange. So we always park and go down in the back because our offices are on the bottom floor.
And did you ever talk to him before this?
No, I had no idea who he was. I mean, I knew he was a cop. I've heard of him.
But you didn't know him.
But I didn't know him. I never had a conversation with him. No. So we both just got a random message from him saying, "I'm standing down here in your parking lot filming your building. You must have a ghost." And we were like, "Oh, what is this?" So I responded just to let him know. No, we were there earlier tonight. I know that because the lights were flickering. They had an electrical issue one day. He's like, "Oh, well, I thought a party was going on." He's like, "If it was that much fun going on, I was going to have to come up there." I was like, "Well, no, we've already left. It's just an electrical issue and everything was fine."
Do you still have these messages?
I do.
It's just obviously it's just odd.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
Well, and us, we have.
It's odd to you, obviously.
Well, I never would have said anything. Marshall asked that we come say something just because he said there's a similar incident and that maybe. I mean, I don't want to look back and say, well, if I had said something, then maybe this wouldn't have happened or whatever.
How long ago was this?
2 months ago. And then, it just went into other. We didn't respond after that. After we said, or it was a group text. So he sent she and I a message as a group. And since neither of us knew him and weren't friends with him, she never responded because it'll just show that
it was a request on my end. So because she is my friend, he is not, it was just showing as a request as a group together. So as long as I didn't respond, it didn't get saved into my phone or into my message history.
And you have to forgive me, I'm an idiot when it comes to Instagram. I don't know anything about Instagram.
Well, we use it for the shows.
Right.
And so all of our marketing is through Instagram. And of course, we have officers at every one of our shows. So when I see an officer messaging me about our building, of course I respond to it. But then after that initial thing, it was like, okay, this is creepy. You're not just giving me a friendly update that my building lights are flashing.
So prior to this, you'd never spoken one-on-one directly with Lee.
No.
You knew of him, but didn't know him.
I just knew his face because I'd known his brother vaguely.
Out of the blue, he sends a video of him videoing where you park at y'all's building.
Yes.
And what did he say?
The lights
He says,
are
"I'm
flashing."
standing down here in the parking lot filming your building because your building must be haunted or something." And he said well, I've got a video of that. Marshall said not to show you all that.
He said not to? Why would he tell you not to? Well, I mean...
I don't want to get drug in anything that...
But, and that's what I was about to throw out here. If this is not something you want me to pursue, then I'm not going to pursue it.
No, for me personally, I'm not bothered by the dude. Like, he doesn't scare me or anything,
Can I see the video? I mean, you don't have to.
I don't care if you see it. I just don't want to be like, you say, "Katie, I need that as evidence."
No.
Testify in court or something.
No. If you don't, I'm not going to ask anybody to share anything with me they don't want to. Without getting into detail, there's another incident.
And then he even says that one of my other guys saw me filming your building and said, Sergeant Wynn, why are you filming those lights? And he said, I said, because the place is haunted. And then he said, I never could film it at the right time, but they were flashing a lot faster at one point, and I was like, if the party's that good, I'm coming over. Smiley face. And we weren't even at work at the time. And then I wrote back and said, no, we were there till 6 and everything was fine. He says, I bet. I need to come visit. And then we didn't respond, and then he wrote back and said, if y'all are ever up there late or have to come there during the night, just text me, and if I'm working, I'll meet you there and stand by while you do whatever. That goes for anything you need at Sweetland, too. Got to keep you ladies safe. So it just kept getting like,
Creepier,
we wouldn't
creepier.
respond, and he kept saying, if you ever need this, if you do this.
Par for the course.
Yeah. Supposed to get, our parking lot's taking forever. It's supposed to get a parking lot completed in 30 to 45 days. Time's up. Yeah, that was the end. And he says, your new building should be soundproof. LOL. Didn't they put a whole lot of new exterior on it? Ha. And then we still didn't respond back, and that was the last one.
So same goes for Sweetland. Got to keep your ladies safe. Was it followed by an emoji of a smiley face?
A heart.
Oh, a heart. That's even better. Sweetland.
This is his video of him standing in the police parking lot filming the building.
You see, I guess what I find the oddest about it all is, okay, I've worked here for 23 years. If I see something like that, I think there's a problem with the building. I'm not going to find you via Instagram, Facebook,
Right.
Snapchat. any
Oh, well,
other-
obviously he wasn't worried about the building. He was just using that as a method.
I know that.
Yeah,
Me, I want to say 911. Find me the emergency contact for the
Sweetland, yeah.
Sweetland, whatever the case may be. 911. Will you call Katie? Ask Katie to give me a call or get a number where I can call her, and I'll call and say, hey, I think there may be a problem with your lights. I'm damn sure not going to record a video, excuse me, and send it to you through Instagram.
Especially when we aren't friends on Instagram.
Exactly.
Like,
If we were
just
friends, it's
random.
completely
Yeah.
different. 'Cause we talk
Yeah.
all the time through, our kids play with each
Right.
other, whatever.
Yeah.
And is your husband Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know your husband. My wife works next door at Southern Orthopedics, so
okay.
that's how I know Josh. I'm blown away. And
Well, I mean, you could tell he was fishing. And so when
see,
we
I'm
didn't respond,
glad you used that word, because that's the word I use, is
Yeah.
fishing.
Yeah,
Throwing a little bit of bait out there to see
right.
if I'm going to get a reply, a response,
Yeah.
or whatever the case may be. Keep you ladies safe.
And like I told Marshall, I mean, I'm good friends with Marshall. So he was just up there one day and we were talking about it. I was like, oh wait, by the way, what's up with this Lee guy? And he's like, he's just weird, you know, but I was like, well. And then so I told Marshall about those messages and he was like, just one thing after another with him. And then that was dropped because I told Marshall this like 2 months ago when it happened. Until today, and Marshall's like,
Well, Marshall and I were talking about something completely different, and something else with Lee come up that we were talking about, and then he told me about you two. I'm like, are you freaking serious? So that's kind of where we are here.
yeah. Well, I mean, if it helps as far as just having, you know, it on the record that, you know, this is not the first time he's been fishing. But as far as me personally, I'm not worried about him.
Is that all you got? Was just
Yeah,
what? Okay.
yeah, because I never responded, so I don't know this guy at all.
Yeah, well, neither of us do.
Yeah, like nothing. I saw he follows me on Instagram. That's it. Now it shows like if I go to his profile, it says to follow back, and no, I'm not gonna follow back. But That's all.
Smart girl. All right, y'all. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I mean, you have pretty much solidified what I knew and what I thought.
Yeah. Well,
And I'm sorry. I hate to laugh about it. I'm not laughing about it. I'm not downplaying it because there's definitely, I got an issue here that I've got to address and fix in somehow, some way, because this is a problem. If it's been done randomly to y'all, it's done randomly to someone else, and you know, usually where there's smoke, there's fire.
yeah.
So,
Well, and two, obviously we could tell that it was what it was, but it's somebody else and not as
he never said
aware.
anything sexually, did he?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Mm. And in your own words, you said you could tell he was fishing.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, we just stopped responding. Had we responded to any of those things, like, I want to come over and protect you, or looked like there was a party going on, I needed to come check that out, or, you know, just random stuff, had we been like, yeah, you could come up whenever, or any little thing like that, you could tell that it would have been on. It wouldn't have stopped. But I think the only thing is with him being a cop, and if he does that to somebody, they may think they are obligated to respond or something just because of his position, but not that I don't think he has a position.
Hmm.
Not meaning anything about his position.
No. I know what you're saying. I mean, trust me, the thoughts cross my mind too. Concerning, discerning, to say the least. Anything else? I mean, I'm not trying to. I don't want to push here. I'm not asking for copies of the message because I know you don't want to get involved anymore than what you are, and I respect that.
Well, his kids go to my kids go to the academy, and his kids go to the academy, and since I found all that out, I'm like, I told Marshall, I was like, I don't want to get involved, you know, because if he's watching us that much and keeping up with what we're doing, then he may come up here.
I'm not going to use her name. I'm going to say I talked to an anonymous person who received some messages, blah 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 blah. See, it's being recorded, so just so you know, I met with the chief today and discussed things with the chief, and this is now officially an administrative investigation. All right, so that's why I've got you back up here today to talk to you. To start with, I want to go back over everything that we talked about last night. After I talked to you last night, I did talk to the whatever, I can't even remember her name, the young lady from the police academy. Nothing has changed with that. But I want to get on video and recorded everything we talked about last night. So to start with, namely, you were asked to go to the academy June something of last year. I can't remember exactly what day it was. I want to say it was the 9th. I think you were down there June the 9th. During that time, you taught 2 classes. After the class, you reached out to a female cadet by the name of, her last name is Wolfley. I remember that. I can't remember what her first name was. After you reached out to her, she made a complaint to the training staff at Georgia Public Safety Training Center, the Regional Police Academy, that she felt uncomfortable with the messages that she was receiving from you. Determination was made by the academy staff then that they were not going to allow you to come back and teach any classes. For a variety of reasons, this went unknown to the command staff here at the police department for 9 months, basically. And then I became aware of it on March the 18th, and here we are. So, walk me through again what happened during that incident, what we talked about last night.
When I was at the academy teaching, it was, I know during the practical part of it, which was the fingerprinting, Roger Carroll, I think is his name, who's the...
Major Carroll.
Yeah. we were casually talking about, the cadets there.
Mhm.
Namely, we, discussed our cadets.
Let me grab my notebook from last night so I got the names
Okay.
correct. I can't remember. Actually, got her name. Her name, when I talked to her last night, I had to write it on a piece of paper. Still, don't have it. Last name's Wolfley.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember it.
So anyhow, go ahead. I'm just trying to get her name, so I'm refer to her. I can refer to her by name.
So,
Emily Wolfley. Wolfley.
right. So we were talking, and he said that you might want to look at this, the Emily girl you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
She I guess was impressive cadet to them about recruiting. I said okay. I didn't think really much about it because I don't know who she is. But if the command staff from there was telling me, she might be a good fit for our agency, they've known people that have come through. So after the class was all over with and I had left and they had all left, I did reach out to her and
How did you reach out to her?
Facebook Messenger
Okay.
because I didn't have her number or any
Did
other
you-
contact message.
Did you just search her on Facebook? How did you find her?
I would imagine that's how
Okay.
I found
So
her.
then you sent her. I don't know how Facebook works. I don't use Messenger that much. Correct me if I'm wrong. To send somebody a message, do you have to send them a friend request first, or can you just send them a message?
I think you can just send them a message.
Okay. I mean,
They just
honestly, I
have to
have.
accept it, I think.
Okay.
And so I sent her a message that you have,
Mhm.
basically saying, that I heard that, good things about her from the command staff. I think, asked for some feedback because it's the first time I'd ever taught that an academy class. And so I was just curious how I did,
Right.
They talked highly about her, so I felt like if they talked highly about her, that, she would probably give me some decent feedback. But also, she wasn't the only one that I asked for that same thing. But then I asked her about the recruitment thing because of what
Who else did you ask for feedback?
Braylon Dozier and Justice Davis,
Braylon.
who both work here.
Braylon is Dozier, ain't it? Braylon Dozier?
Yeah, and Justice Davis.
Those are the only two?
Because I didn't have Matthew Turner. I didn't.
Okay, so you never talked to Turner. You talked to Braylon?
No, and there's a reason that I didn't, just based on what the
Okay.
conversation that Carol and I had.
Okay. So you had some personal concerns about
Right.
Turner.
Not
Okay.
knowing him, but
Not right. Just from talking to Turner, Carol, Major Carol. So the first message I got here, I'm just going to read through the messages. It says, since you were spoken of very highly, I'm always looking to do better at teaching. So if you have any suggestive criticism, let me know, please. Just be gentle, ... LOL. Was the first message.
okay.
Second message was 706, your phone number. This is my personal cell. I use it more than the work one. It's mainly for clients. LOL. What are clients?
People that I deal with in the public.
People at work.
Yeah,
Citizens or
right. People that, yes,
Okay.
those are our clients.
Then you say, I wanted to apologize if I pushed the recruiting aspect too much. What was that about?
I don't remember saying anything to her there about recruitment.
So, do you remember saying anything to her in person at the academy about?
If it was joking about how, LaGrange is a better place to work than Columbus.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't. That would have been about it.
Then the next message, there's a series of messages here. She replies back, just because Lieutenant Evans worked at CPD, so I doubt he would want me to leave. Ha ha. And I think we discussed that she's saying that she figured out that someone at the academy had told you.
Because she asked me. I remember her asking.
And you didn't tell her who it was that.
I didn't want to, but I think I wound up telling her. I don't know. I hadn't seen the messages in this.
So then the next 6 messages are from you to her. It says, made me worried since you skipped over my other text and went to that. LOL.
I don't remember what the other.
And then you said it was him, so I'm just thinking that you're confirming that it was Evans or somebody.
Maybe that, I don't know.
Since we're being honest and transparent, those are 3 separate messages. It looks like back to back to back, a very short period of time, with a smiley face emoji. Then it says,
Maybe she asked. I know that she asked me, like, who said something about him, and I guess that's when I said, since we're being transparent, that's who it was.
and then you say he was also bragging on Gonzalez, but from what he said, he was dead set on staying at CPD. Who was Gonzalez?
Another recruit that was in there, and I remember that. I remember talking to him.
To Gonzalez?
Yeah, I think it was, because he said he was from Columbus and grew up there and wanted to stay there in police.
And then you said, sorry if I text too much, ... with the, I guess the little emoji like I don't know how you describe it, the 2 hands up like this. Followed by, I'm not an emoji savvy person, an emoji, I guess it's like the smiley face emoji with his hand over his mouth.
I guess that means to talk too much.
Okay.
I guess that's what that means.
And then the next one was at 7:14, so the next one's at 7:37 p.m. Says, sorry, I guess I do text too much, ... Then like the picture of the person with the hand slapping the face, this says sorry. Followed by her saying, honestly, sir, just trying to keep a professional relationship. Thank you for the information, but I will be sticking with CPD, Minnetonka Police Department, for the moment. And that's the end of the messages between.
And I know I sent her one back that said, sorry if you misinterpreted something.
Okay, so you sent her one back that said, sorry if you misinterpreted.
I was trying to clarify to her that that there was not any, she must have taken something out of context because, but I don't know why it's not in there.
I don't know. So, after I met with you last night, I spoke with her. Later that night, last night, she actually called me back after I tried to contact her. And my conversation with her was basically surmised by saying that she found the conversations to be extremely, in her own words, quote unquote, weird. Weird that an instructor that she doesn't know, that had just met that day, would contact her, she said, within 5 minutes after class was over. She said when she got in her car, she got a Facebook friend request from you. That's why I was asking about if you send a message to someone, does it send a friend request, because I don't know. Just felt that it was weird. The messages continued even though she wasn't messaging back. Every 10 minutes or so a message would come through until finally she said with using weird emojis, just emojis. I'm not an emoji person. I don't know what half the emojis mean. So she just felt that the conversation was weird. I asked her straight up if she felt like she was being harassed. She said, no, I don't feel like I was being harassed. I felt like there was, and I'm going to use this word, she didn't use this word, that he was fishing for more. And I felt that it was very unprofessional and very weird, like I said before, that a instructor would be reaching out to a student, especially a female student, cadet, in the manner that he reached out. So that was pretty much the end of the conversation with her. I mean, so a lot of what you said was verified by what she said, which leads us to today.
So I mean, like like I told you, I was not doing anything other than following what Carol had suggested to me that about recruitment for her. You know, I mean, that was it. I had no intentions of anything.
Which brings us, to today. While we're back here today, because there's really no new revelation from our conversation last night about her, about Miss Wolfley, compared to the conversation that I had with her last night. But today, additional information was brought to my attention that has led us to where we are today, which has led us to being in an administrative investigation versus where we were last night.
Now, what is it different?
I'm getting there.
Sorry.
Do you know Katie McGinty?
I've heard the name before. I'm trying to remember.
About Mary Catherine Nix.
I think they work at Sweetland.
Yes, they were at Sweetland. And obviously, before we go any further, just so you know, just to make sure you're aware here, it is an administrative investigation. You are compelled under administrative investigation to be completely 100% honest and cooperate with the investigation. So, do you know them personally?
The first name, her kids go to the same school my kids go
Katie
to.
McGinty?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've
Where
met
do the kids go?
LaGrange Academy.
Okay.
And I've seen her there, met her at City Hall one day when I was up there filming City Scenes, I think it is.
How long ago was that?
Shoot, last year sometime. August last year, maybe? I can't remember exactly. It was sometime last year.
Where at?
At City Hall. I was up there filming I think it was City Scenes is what the thing is, where you talk about the things that are coming up around LaGrange or something. And she was in an office with, or standing in an office with Katie Van Shore.
Okay.
And I walked in there knowing Katie as long as I have, and I walked in there and she introduced me. And then there was another lady that was in there that was going to be doing the, what the heck is this thing up here?
How about her? Mary Catherine Nix.
I met her at the academy when I was there. She was with Katie. I walked up and was talking to Katie, and she introduced me to her. And said
At the academy or at City Hall?
at the academy. She was at an event with
LaGrange Academy.
yeah LaGrange Academy.
Sorry, you said academy. I'm
Yeah.
thinking police academy. Okay.
No.
LaGrange Academy.
Yeah.
So she was with Katie at an event
Right.
at LaGrange Academy.
Yeah, and I walked up with my kid to talk to Katie, just to say hey, and she introduced me to her, said that she was the person over Sweetland, or something like that. I don't know what her official title is.
You ever had any correspondence with them via Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. What correspondence did you have with them through Instagram?
So one night, I was out here in the parking lot, and I was already friends with them on Facebook. I'm pretty sure Facebook, maybe on Instagram too. I don't know. But had been for a while. I don't know how long, but so anyway, I was out here in the parking lot one night, fixing to leave, and I looked back, and where their office is up here, the lights were flashing on the building.
Right.
So I recorded it and sent it to them, and I said, hey, I might want to look into this. I don't know why this is happening. And then Katie sent a message back that said, yeah, something was wrong with it or something. And I don't remember the entire part of the conversation, but I said, if y'all are ever up here late at night and you need somebody to stand by while y'all bring something here, or whatever it is, let me know. If I'm working, I'll be glad to stand by.
Did you send them your cell phone number?
Yes. Because I don't have any other, other than calling 911, I don't have any way for anybody to get in touch with me. And again, I know they're both, well, I know Katie's married. I don't know a whole lot about the other girl. But I know them. It's not like we're strangers. Well, in my opinion, it's not like we're strangers. I was just trying to say, hey, if y'all are here, y'all need something, let me know. I'll be glad to stand by. I'm not.
Did you ever make a comment to them? Call if you ever need a standby, come by, whatever. The same goes for Sweetland. I've got to do my part to keep you ladies safe.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't anything other than standing by while I'm sure they bring money from down there, but I don't know. I don't know what all they do.
Did you ever mention anything about that it looked like they were having a party, and if they were having a party to call you so you could come by?
No. A party.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything about that. It seems like one of Katie's messages said something about I don't know. It seems like one of her messages said something about they have a good time up there or something, but I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know what she was talking about.
How many times did you say she messaged you back?
I don't know. 2 or 3? I don't know.
Well, meeting with them, especially Katie, she's like, she knew of you. She knew you were a police officer. She didn't really know you. And then she was a little surprised when she got an Instagram message recorded in the back parking lot of where they work. I didn't even know that's where Sweetland was at. Now it was the backside of this building. And
No, it was in the middle of the night. I mean, nobody was there.
I want to use her words. I want to use her words here. I could tell he was fishing. And if I would have, something to the effect of, I would have applied one thing, it would have been on.
No. Huh. I sent them that because the damn lights were flashing on the building. That's all I sent it to them for. I promise you. They're the ones that work up there, not me. So
Have you had any more contact with them since then?
No.
Just that one time?
Yes.
About the building?
Yes. I haven't seen them. I don't go looking for them. I mean, I have no reason. I was trying to tell them that the building was flat, the lights were flashing on the building. That was it.
So that's a city building. They're city employees. Why not just send them an email or get a phone number and call them? Wouldn't have been hard to find a phone number.
No, but I mean, and I guess I could have sent the video through email too. I mean, I thought we were friends, people who knew each other. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, okay. You've been in
I
law
guess my
enforcement now.
definition of friends
How many
is
years now, Lee? How many years in law enforcement?
23.
23 years. Same thing here, 23 years. If tonight you're working and you see, I don't know, I'm just a business, just a random business that the lights are not working on, how are you typically going to take care of that? There's a problem with the lights, the door's unlocked, whatever the
You
case.
call the owner.
Emergency contacts, call the owner. I guess that's what's the strangest.
If I knew the owner, I would try to get in touch with him myself. But I mean,
But how would you typically do it through Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever the case may be?
Not if I had their.
kind of like we talked yesterday. Perception a lot of times is, and I'm not talking about a past perception involving you, but I'm just talking about perception in general. A lot of times is a big. It's the way people see things. And in these two ladies' minds, the perception was, and again, I'm using their words, was that you were fishing for more than just a conversation about some lights flickering. And I'm not putting words in your mouth. I'm not putting words in their mouth. I'm just reiterating what was said to me. And obviously the concern here, because we've got this incident with this young lady at the police academy, then after that, then I get these other two ladies today through completely not even related to each other, where we are now. So, with that said, what I'm going to ask you now is, are there any other people in this community that you have sent messages to through social media or any other means that may contort, twist, or believe that you were fishing for something more than just a normal conversation?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, I mean, I don't make a habit of it.
Well, I'm not asking you for. I
I know.
We're sitting here, Lieutenant Cabinet Sergeant Wynn, and I'm having to ask these questions, and because I have to get to the bottom of this and make sure. Is there any other person out there, not that you make a habit of doing it, that you've done it to, that could rear their ugly head at another time and say, well, Sergeant Wynn or Detective Wynn or whatever made me feel kind of creepy one day because he sent me some off-the-wall random Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever other social media platform is out there, where I thought, quote unquote, he was fishing for more. He was throwing bait out there to see. That's kind of what was said, is that he was throwing bait out there to see what kind of a nibble he would get.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
I've been married for, all right, I can't do math real quick off the bat, since 2008.
So, almost 14 years,
Yeah.
13, 14 years.
I love my wife. I love my family. I have messed up in the past, but I am not trying to fish. I'm not trying to throw bait or whatever you want to call it. I'm not trying to find anybody else. I'm not trying to do anything. These, and I understand what it looks like, perception. I had no intent behind these other than the one recruiting thing. I was following up on the lead of somebody who asked me, yes, was it the wrong way to go about contacting them? Yes. But I've contacted people before for cases through the police department, social media.
To the police department side.
And, yeah. But
I'm saying, I'm feeling everything that you're saying.
But I'm just saying,
completely
or through when Kirby had his LPD sergeant Facebook page that he created, through that. You know, I mean,
there's a little bit of a huge difference.
I understand.
There. You know,
It's
I've contacted people through the LPD's Facebook page.
And I understand it's personal.
Undercover
and,
Facebook pages, this, that, and the other, and undercover capacities. But when it's these instant messages, these Instagram, and forgive me, I'm not familiar with Instagram, you know, it just, again, go back to perception. I hate to keep using that word perception, but a lot of it is perception. So what I got to ask you now is, will you let me look through your social media accounts?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to download your social media accounts.
Okay.
And then I'll get you your phone back. Okay, and that's the quickest way for me to resolve, put this to rest, and put my report together. Okay?
Okay.
You got your phone with you now?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go ahead and get it? What's your passcode? I mean, what is that, iPhone?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know the process for downloading. I'll have to go download it. As soon as I get it downloaded, I'll give it back to you.
Yep. Can I let my guys know that I'll be there in just a second?
Yeah. As soon as we do this, you can go do a roll call, and I'll bring it back to you as soon as I get done.
0726.
0726. All right. As soon as I get it downloaded, I'll bring it back to you. All right. Anything else?
No.
Nothing else we've left out. You know how these. I want to make sure you got everything out there on the table.
Yeah.
Okay.